Welcome to Unpacked, bringing you an in-depth look at the deadly conflict between Israel and Hamas that erupted on October 7th when Hamas gunmen launched an unprecedented attack on Israeli civilians. This report is as of May 29, 2024. On that morning, waves of Hamas fighters stormed across Gaza's border into Israel, killing about 200 people in a shocking assault. Hamas also fired thousands of rockets, claiming lives including children, the elderly, and 364 young people at a music festival. Over 250 Israelis were taken hostage to Gaza. Evidence indicates rape and sexual violence occurred during the attacks. Israel immediately retaliated with intense bombing of Hamas targets in Gaza. Prime Minister Netanyahu stated Israel's aim was the destruction of Hamas and return of hostages. After 3 weeks, Israel launched a ground invasion into northern Gaza, ordering over 1 million residents to evacuate south. As fighting reached cities like Khan Yunis, an estimated 33,000 Palestinians were killed by Israeli strikes, according to Hamas's health ministry, which says most were civilians. Israel claims around 9,000 Hamas fighters were killed, plus over 1,000 of the original October 7th attackers inside Israel. The humanitarian crisis is severe, with the UN warning of a famine taking hold in Gaza, especially the north. Children have starved as aid delivery is hindered, agencies say, by complex Israeli security checks causing delays, though Israel accuses agencies of failing to distribute allowed aid. Hospitals lie in ruins, medical supplies depleted, the health system collapsed under the huge volume of casualties that Israel insists came from strikes targeting Hamas fighters, using the facilities as cover. Ceasefire talks have repeatedly stalled. Hamas demands an end to the Gaza blockade and return of displaced civilians, while Israel insists it cannot allow Hamas to remain in control. The U.S. warned Israel it would not support a full invasion of Rafah in southern Gaza, where over 1.5 million Palestinians have fled the fighting. The implications reach far beyond Gaza. Spain, Ireland, and Norway recognize Palestinian statehood, furiously condemned by Israel. Turkey cut trade ties over the conflict. And the International Criminal Court sought arrest warrants for Netanyahu and Hamas leaders over alleged war crimes, rejected by Israel and met with U.S. outrage. Meanwhile, most Americans feel sadness, anger, and exhaustion over news of the war. But few are paying very close attention, and knowledge about key facts like relative casualties is limited. The conflict has reignited debates around Palestinian statehood and Israel's security. Looking ahead, a key question is whether a path exists to revive negotiations on a two-state solution for Israelis and Palestinians to coexist. An internationally backed plan Israel has long rejected, despite U.S. support. The growing isolation of Netanyahu's government suggests the status quo may be becoming untenable. In covering this tragic conflict, Unpacked synthesized reporting from the Pew Research Center, the New York Times, PBS NewsHour, Al Jazeera, the BBC, and the Financial Times to provide a comprehensive perspective on the escalating violence, its causes, consequences, and the obstacles to resolution. We hope this in-depth look aids understanding of this complex situation.